Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle. I am here to do a reading for Thursday, December 9th, 2021 for the collective, for all of us. I'm going to use my Guardian Tarot. I haven't been using this much in my readings because I don't know it very well. It's a little bit different from traditional tarot decks, at least how she intended it. um so I think what I'm going to do is I'll read the cards in the traditional way, but then I'm also going to read from the book, so maybe we'll get a little bit of a layered thing going on here. um yeah, so let's begin. We've got the Five of Swords. Oh, the Five of Swords. Um, Five of Swords. It's tension and conflict. Actually, I was just thinking about the Five of Swords this morning. It's really interesting that it came up. I want to look in my Learn to Read Tarot Cards book. What does it have to say? Indicates unfair play and belligerent actions. There's a 50-cent word for you. You may have won, but your victory causes as much sorrow to you as it does to your adversaries. You must swallow your pride and face the consequences of your actions. Okay, so that's traditional. I'll pull more and then I'll read from the book. Um, Unfair play. Hmm. And justice, getting justice because of some kind of unfair play. Um, it could be you. Maybe you've been a little naughty. Um, and justice, this is the card of karma. Karma gets served. Uh when you do something you shouldn't, oftentimes. Um, but this could also be someone else in your life that has left you, because this card, it looks like crying bloody tears, even though it's actually leaves, dying leaves. And then, of course, the Justice card is about finding balance as well, getting justice after something has happened. Excuse me. And the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Two fives. The Five of Pentacles is that card of feeling left out in the cold. It's a little different here, though. There's a flower here that's about to bloom and on its way to blooming, and then there's a little child there as well. And fives are about change, moving from this to that, um, being neither here nor there. And the Knight of Swords. Uh, Knight of Swords can be, it's quick moving energy. It's taking action, kind of almost impulsively, just getting on that horse and riding forth, as swiftly as possible, not always thinking too clearly about what consequences or what's going to happen. So let me look in my little book here. um okay, so far this is feeling like, because of it almost, it's kind of feeling like there was some kind of shady behavior that caused some kind of karmic what's the word? Kickback, some kind of karma happened because of somebody doing something shady, and that left them feeling out in the cold. We'll say this is someone in your life, and you got justice, and now they're feeling left out in the cold. And maybe they're moving towards you swiftly, to try and make amends or bring some kind of swift communication. The knights, once they're on a mission, they're going. It's like it's there's momentum that's building here. Or maybe you're in a place where you felt left out in the cold, but you're kind of taking the reins. You're taking matters into your own hands and you're moving forward swiftly. Okay, so 5 of Swords. Tears of anger, rage, sorrow, and even happiness all serve their purpose on this sorry, as this guardian reminds us, and that is all right. Allow them to come to the surface, glide across the skin, and with each drop, leave. So, whatever's happened, um, there's a period of time where you have to grieve. You have to let the feelings come up and come out. This is not a time to suppress, to pretend like nothing's happened, to pretend like everything's okay. If it's not okay, it's not okay. If you feel like you're angry, sad, whatever the feelings are that are coming up, it's really important to let them be there, to acknowledge them, to hold the space for them. And that's how they pass. That's what keeps you from getting stuck in a certain way of thinking or in a certain way of feeling. Um, Not always easy, especially those uncomfortable um, feelings that come up that we're so often taught you shouldn't feel this way or it's bad to feel this way. It's different for example, men in many cultures are not supposed to cry, are not supposed to show any kind of weakness in in any kind of or expressing weak emotions. What's considered weak, like crying, for example, feeling sad. Alternatively, for women in this culture, um, being very outspoken and bold and expressing anger, that's not looked upon very positively. You know, it's like, you know, there's very much this kind of pervasive attitude of like, well, why don't you just calm down? You're getting hysterical. Whereas a man expressing the same thing is listened to and respected. So, anyway, it's different for different people. And then we all have our individual stuff. But whatever. It's it's important to express it, to feel it, even if it's just in, the comfort of your own home, in your own space, away from others. I was going to say prying eyes. So the Justice card. When this card appears, you may well wish to pick up a piece of paper and write down two conflicting situations that you need to decide between and make a pro con list. Which scale cup did you fill with more pros than cons? Now you know the path that you should take to lead to what you truly want in life. Or you may see which concern needs more immediate attention to resolve to bring balance back into your life. Eye issues, excuse me. So yeah, it's like As you feel the feelings, as you let stuff come up, you become aware. And especially when you make a pro con list, for example, um, rather than being caught up in the feelings and getting lost in the feelings, you're putting them down on paper and you're giving your mind something to work with. And so you can see very clearly what's working, what's not, what happened, what was painful, what was actually um what's the word? Unjust. And and that helps you to find the balance. That helps you to deal with what you need to, but then move in a direction that is much better. More beneficial for you. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on to the flame, even if it is an external inspiration that burns within, to carry you through the obstacles that seem to keep growing around you, each issue piling higher than the last. Keep true to your beliefs, and in each day, take a step closer to resolution and out of the current dynamics. Yep. This is keeping your sights on the horizon, knowing that um, sometimes sometimes life throws us curveballs like crazy. Like it just like it just doesn't stop. I experienced this relatively recently, and it's just like, God, is it ever going to end? I can't handle one more thing. And then life throws you another thing, and then you do handle it. And so it's just understanding that whatever you're going through, somehow, some way, there's a lesson in it. There's something here. The whole situation, whatever you're dealing with, allowing you to grow. It's allowing you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, to tap into strength you didn't know you had. I keep wanting to say stretch your wings. Um, it's it's those times in life that are most painful, that we often get the most out of. We can't always tell in the moment, but in hindsight, it's like, oh, yeah, that happened and I made it through and I learned all these things and now I'm so much better for it. Okay, Knight of Swords. The Knight. What's going on with this Knight? This card indicates that you need to contemplate the direction life has taken and your choices that need to be made, surrounded by only that which brings you peace and comfort. Be willing to dig in and work for what you desire most. Okay. Yeah. This is there's a lot of contemplating and needing to figure out what what's worked, what hasn't. What's brought you to this place? Where would you like to go? Based on where you would like to go, what steps do you need to take? Do a little bit of reverse engineering here. Well, if you get to this place, what would it take? Work your way backwards to get to that place. Start taking those steps. That can be a part of what you write down as well. There's a need to write things down. There's a need to get everything out of the mind and onto paper, so or computer, whatever works for you, where you can actually see how to strategize, see how to deal with whatever you've been going through. And you will eventually you will move out of this. You will find you'll find your clear path forward. Feels a little muddled right now, But that's what happens. We go through these times of limbo where we don't know what to do, and so we're just forced to deal with the introspection, with you know um, looking at our options. I'm going to pick a chakra card. Finish this off. This is going long today. Sacred chakra, emotions. I said sacred. It's sacral. Sacral chakra, emotions. It is safe for me to feel emotion as I experience relationship with myself, others, and the universe. Emotion is there as a useful tool to give me information. As I listen to and name my emotions and become clear about the messages and beliefs behind them. Wait, as I listen to and name my emotions and become clear about the messages and beliefs behind them, I liberate myself. I feel. I feel. Yep. This is very much about feeling. Feeling your feels, being sitting with the discomfort and allowing that to guide you. Not fun, but necessary. Necessary for healing, necessary for forward movement. And my eye is drawn to this child here. There's with the flower and the child, there's some kind of new beginning that's coming that may not be obvious at first, but is something beautiful is going to come out of this. So there it is. There's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.